Hey guys, welcome back to Hackerz. My name is Tifanon, and in today's tutorial I want to show you guys how you can replace a tooth right in Photoshop. Alright, so the first thing that you need to know when you're creating or replacing a tooth is you need to understand the line of symmetry that revolves in a tooth. Right? So what I'm going to make a line right there. This is just a concept. And so basically this is the concept we're going to be taking here. Okay, so if we're missing a tooth right here, and in order to replace that tooth we're going to have the tooth directly opposite on the opposite of the line of symmetry, and that's because we're actually going to be sampling this layer and we're going to be turning it into the tooth that belongs in here. Also that applies to every single one of the other teeth. So if you have the tooth here, it has to correspond with this tooth. Missing tooth here has to correspond with this tooth, and so on and so forth. So I can just delete that line, simply understand the concept, and let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another layer. Alright, I'm going to click on that background layer and rename it BG for background, and double click on the new layer and rename it tooth. So I'm going to hit the background layer again. I'm going to press S to get that clone stamp tool. And I'm going to sample an area that is relatively close to the tooth that I want. So I hold down Alt and I click the sampling area. Now it's really important that you switch to the tooth layer to paint, because if you stay on the background layer and you paint that tooth in, you're not going to be able to move it, and you're actually moving the whole image. So we have to make sure that the clone stamp tool is used on the background layer, but we draw that in on the tooth layer, so it becomes a separate layer right here. Right, just like that. So now we have an identical tooth that we are able to adjust. So I'm going to hit down Control T, and that's going to bring up my free transform tools. I'm going to click on flip horizontal, and so now we have that perfect line of symmetry that is the contrast between the two teeth. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the blending mode to lighten. I'm going to try to fit the tooth as best I can. Alright, so I think the tooth looks pretty good right there. And we do have to clean up a little bit of the smear edge on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the eraser tool. I'm going to set the hardness about, give or take, 45%. And I'm just going to repaint, or actually delete some of this gunk that is on the tooth that we don't want to see. Nice. Okay, so now I've just showed you guys how you can easily replace a missing tooth right in Photoshop. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Social links are in the description box below as well, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Okay.